Do you mind sharing the story of when you were Entrepreneur of the Year?
Yeah. So when I did my second company, by the way, in the last chapter of my book is called My Brain Scan, a journey of entrepreneurship. So, starting from the first entrepreneurship to whatever I have been involved. If you scan my brain, how would it look like and stuff like that. So, a part of that sort of the listing of it is when in the first chapter of the book is once upon a time, and it is my second company where I started a company with four people, got a small amount of private capital, and I took it public because nobody else would give me any money to build anything under what was called as public venture funds. And I tell the story of how I met this person who, gave me this opportunity, etc., and my journey through the law offices and stuff, how I got through that. But what that allowed me to do, Thomas, is to have a public company with five people with less than $1 million in revenues in the semiconductor capital equipment space, where we changed the way chips were built. Semiconductor chips they would be like Kansas City all over in the chip, and you would never get the kinds of complexities that you get into this unless we had invented the technology called chemical mechanical planarization, where we would layer one chip over the other. It's just like building 100-story building with every store being flat. Think about if the first floor would not be flat, you would have an undulating surface. And so we enabled the technology on the chips to make it flat, so you can now build 100-story, 200-story, 300-story buildings, which is why you see the devices size shrinking. So as a result of that technology, I was at the public instrument that I took the company from 1 million to 20 to 85 to 250 to $475 million, straight up the curve. And of course, during the process, I learned a lot of what not to do, made mistakes during that process, but I delivered a tremendous amount of shareholder and employee value. And because of that, I was the Entrepreneur of the Year by Ernst & Young. And so I look back and I say, was that a success? Probably yes. Could I have done it better? Probably yes. And Thomas, when you say you could have done it better, probably yes, you say, well, did I fail or did I succeed? Because you could have done a lot better. But those are all just looking back, 2020 hindsight, 2020 side. So that is why I was given the Entrepreneur of the Year award.